Absolutely, without a doubt, getting vocals is one of the hardest things as a producer, right? Well, the end to that torment could be near. Check out this track. So what if I told you that the vocal, including the melody and the lyrics, was written by me and sung by AI? Crazy, right? Stick around and find out how. Hey guys, Dobie here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to introduce you to Ace Studio. It's an AI vocal creation tool. In the intro, you heard the track that I did, and it works. The vocal sounds like it's a sung vocal, you know? It's pretty cool, and I came up with that in like a few minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I mean, this is pretty game-changing technology that you can have this level of detail and control over vocals that you just create from your computer. It's wild. If you want to download the project files from that track, there's a link in the description to Patreon, which is one of the best ways that you can support the channel. Make sure I keep bringing you these videos every week. But for now, let's jump into the computer and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so this is Ace Studio. Your pretty standard kind of DAW interface, really. You know, we've got the timeline here. Even a lot of the shortcuts are similar to the ones in Ableton. So I'm not going to say it's like super simple and you can just do everything straight away, but there is like similarities to most DAWs. So the learning curve, if you're familiar with a DAW, things are quite intuitive, let's say. Okay, so I'm going to add a clip and we've got our loop here. So all we want to do to create vocals, this is like from scratch, nothing going on. We can set our tempo, we can set a scale here, got it set to D minor, you know, it's similar to a DAW. You know, I'm not playing anything in, I'm not a trained singer by any stretch of the imagination, but this is how you can get something going on. I'm just going to do it pretty randomly and we'll take a look. Right, so we've got our notes in, so I want to delete that note, select all of these. Now let's type our lyrics in. Do you want to sing with me? Let's see how it sounds. Do you want to sing with me? Okay, so that last one sounds a bit weird. Let's just grab it and extend it. Now what we can also do is a cool little feature here. If I create another note, and then we put a dash, it kind of creates like this little vocal fill. So why don't we add one of those little fill things here. You want to sing with me. Now maybe this one should be shorter. So I'm just doing this by ear really, you know. Do you want to sing? So maybe grab these. With me. Cool. So we could also, each one of these voices, let's change the voice. Let's try Jessica. Do you want to sing with me? Okay, so that's quite high. Let's try transposing that down. Do you want to sing with me? So you can get super detailed with this. If you want to make something sound super realistic, the opportunity is there, but it is going to take like a lot of fine tuning. So here with these we can create tension, energy, moment, air, but the breath is really cool. Watch this. Do you want to sing with me? Cool. Let's say we want some emphasis on the want, so we can add the energy bit here. Want to sing with. Now sing, we want it to be a little bit more relaxed, with a little bit relaxed as well. To sing with me. Now we can also do really cool stuff like influence the vibrato. So let's say we want to add vibrato to this me. So we increase the amplitude, but we just want it on the end. We can kind of fade it. And you can also change the phase and the frequency of this. So you can really it's super detailed. With me. And then let's pump it up like crazy on here as well. Me. So that's just pretty insane. What we also do, grab all of that. We could change the words like to start one. Now if we go to start the car, put in the key.
You saw the car, put in the key.
Crazy, yeah. If we want to change the melody, we can also do that.
In the key.
So there's just so much detail that you can go into in this. It's yeah, and like that's really scratching the surface. You've got air, falsetto, tension, energy, formant. It's very, very, very detailed. And if you put in the time and effort, you can get pretty realistic sounding vocals out of here. All right, so the next thing I want to show you is the conversion tool. So we can take an a cappella or a vocal, whatever, and convert it. So we're at 120 here. We click on the audio file and we hit this vocal to MIDI and lyrics. It's in English. Use the pitch line from the above vocal. Yep. So it's also available in different languages, which is pretty awesome. So let's see what it's done. I didn't play you the vocal first. Solo that.
You'll be my baby.
Okay, so let's solo this.
You'll be my baby.
I mean, that's crazy. It's just like a new voice, right? And then in here, if we go to like the pitch controls, we can see it's like captured all this modulation of the pitch in the vocal, which is really amazing. So why don't we can say like here, we can change the lyrics. You'll be my baby. So you want to kind of keep the same cadence or the same like number of syllables, basically. You be my baby. I eat ham daily.
I eat them daily.
That's insane. So we could also grab a different voice, right?
I eat them daily. See.
That's really cool. Let's try pitching that down.
I eat them daily. See.
Amazing. So I think you can see like there's some crazy application here. So you could take like a vocal from Splice or something and literally like just import it. You've got the melody and then you can change the lyrics. It's like a whole new way of flipping these existing samples from Splice and Loop Cloud and that kind of thing, a cappella samples. Probably you want to give a bit more effort to the lyric writing than I eat ham daily, but you know. All right. So that's all well and good, but I don't know if any of those vocals that we created, especially like the first one, would fit into my music. So the track that you heard in the intro was made with Ace Studio. So let's take a listen to it. So I created this on my first kind of go around with Ace Studio. As I said, I'm not a lyricist, barely a musician. I write house music, you know. I love working with vocalists, but that can be so tricky. So, I mean, yeah, this kind of blew me away a bit. Let's have a listen to how these sound.
I'm lost without you. There's no life without you.
So we've got the main vocal here.
I'm lost without you. There's no life without you. I'm lost without you.
Like backing vocals, there's one on the left and one on the right, and I think they're a slightly different pitch.
I'm lost without you. There's no light without you.
And when I created them, it actually puts in some differentiation so that the timing and the like pitch modulation and stuff is ever so slightly different. You can set the percentage of that. I think I set it to 90% similarity. As always, this project is available to download from the link in the description to Patreon. So you can go in there, check out the track. It's a bit of a banger. But anyway, let's jump into Ace Studio and I'll show you how I made this vocal. So this is my original vocal. So I just wrote a melody. I've imported the beat here. Right, so I wrote a melody pretty randomly like I did at the start, but I knew I wanted to create something that was ideally usable. So here's how it sounds. So if we go in here, I can go to the pitch, and I've kind of gone in and just ever so delicately fine-tuned some of these things with a little bit of vibrato, that type of thing. And then I've gone in and adjusted the tension to create this kind of second phrase. I literally just duplicated it and then made some edits, changed the lyrics. So it's pretty amazing. It actually makes it really applicable and usable for pop music, but also really for underground music. It's more about a vibe, really, and this is giving me a vibe that fits with the track. I've seen other videos on this, and it's kind of a lot of more poppy stuff. But I think for people who make similar music to me, there's also definitely an application for it here. So let me just delete these backing vocals. I'll show you how easy it is to make them. We can right-click here and go create vocal doubles. Yeah, 90% similarity. Let's try 70%, create.
I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you. There's no light without you.
So that's pretty cool. We could also go maybe add a different voice.
I'm lost without you. I'm lost without you.
So really loads of variation there. You can see here that the modulation has been changed for each of these, the timing slightly as well. So if you wanted to, you could also use this as a second option.
I'm lost without you.
So you don't have to have that pan there.
I'm lost without you.
Plenty of, endless kind of options. There's also the opportunity to customize your own voices, and you can also share those with the community. So yeah, pretty insane piece of software. It really feels like we're living and creating in the future right now. All right guys, that's it from me today. That's Ace Studio in a nutshell. It's a detailed program. There's a lot more. You can kind of dive deep and you can fine tune and tweak. There's a link in the description if you want to go and check it out. I suggest you do. This could be it's only going to get better, right? And think about where we were a year ago with AI vocal tools. It's wild. Well, if you're looking for something to watch next, then check out this video. That's it from me today. I'll catch you next time. Peace.